A career in travel came to a painful halt last year for Hilary. A fall left the tour guide and events organiser from Bath with a shattered hip and pelvis, a diagnosis of osteoporosis and a long road back to work.
I work in event management and it is quite a physical job. You're expected to stand for long lengths of time. I can move around, but I'm not able to run. I can cycle, but there are many more trip hazards that I have to be aware of now. It seemed like a very long tunnel that I was going to have to get through. And really, I would say it's taken a year. I've had some dark moments. I would definitely like to be working again, and I still hope to be working again. I've worked at 8 Olympic Games. I'd really like to work at the Paris Olympics.
Hilary's one of a record number of people unable to work because of long-term illness, a trend that's grown since the pandemic and helped drive unemployment to a 48-year low. 9 million people are classified as economically inactive. That's almost 22% of the working-age population. Of these, almost 2.5 million are long-term sick. And among those over 50, 18% are on NHS waiting lists for treatment that have soared since COVID. That makes the link between public health and economic health critical.
If you want to grow the economy, it relies on your workers. And if you've got workers who can't work at full capacity or any capacity because of ill health, you can start to see how the state of the NHS starts to become a factor limiting your rate of economic growth. And politicians often say when they talk about health and care funding that a strong NHS requires a strong economy. Well, the reverse is true as well.
With millions missing from the workforce, there are still fewer people employed than before the pandemic.
Long-term sickness is one of the reasons there are more unfilled jobs in the economy, more than 1.2 million, than there are unemployed people to do them. It is a stubborn reality made harder by the barriers of Brexit. And it tells us the labour market is struggling to meet current demand, let alone the growth the new government says it wants.
Competition for workers means wages are rising, but not as fast as inflation. So real terms earnings are falling, down 4%. Another headache for workers and an ailing economy. Paul Kelso, Sky News in Bath.